I am joined now by John Paitakes, who is a criminology professor at Seton Hall University. John, thanks for joining us. Let me get your reaction. When you heard about this happening this afternoon, what went through your head, what went through your heart?
Well, it was kind of like deja vu. I mean, I remember 911, pretty realistically when that happened, and, the fear was, is this going to be as, to that same magnitude? And fortunately it wasn't. However, it still is a disastrous incident. But I think it just brought back a lot of memories of, prior terroristic incidents.
Among the people who are feeling this tonight, of course, is President Barack Obama. He spoke a short while ago. Let's take a listen to what he had to say, John.
Make no mistake, we will get to the bottom of this, and we will find out who did this. We'll find out why they did this. Any responsible individuals, any responsible groups will feel the full weight of justice. Today is a holiday in Massachusetts, Patriots' Day. It's a day that celebrates the free and fiercely independent spirit that this great American city of Boston has reflected from the earliest days of our nation. And it's a day that draws the world to Boston's streets in a spirit of friendly competition. Boston is a tough and resilient town, so are its people. I'm supremely confident that Bostonians will pull together, take care of each other, and move forward as one proud city, and as they do, the American people will be with them every single step of the way.
All right, John, obviously this is early in the investigation. President Obama reacting to the feel of the American people after this tragedy. Why do you think, and I know it's speculation at this point because it's early, would an event like the Boston Marathon be targeted? Is it because that Boston is perceived as a less secure city than perhaps New York?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, as you indicated, it's early in the investigative stage. New York City is usually the prime target, so maybe it was thought that, that would be a softer target. And again, we don't know. Once we know who would have done this, whether it was a domestic terrorist or a foreign terrorist, that'll give us a better idea. There's another concept they talk about, the lone wolf syndrome, which is one person who maybe has some mental or emotional problems, who did this, and might not have been affiliated with any terroristic group. So it could be any of the above.
Does the fact that not too many people were killed in this attack, it appears so far, does that indicate to you that it was a less organized group?
Well, it might have been, because a recent newscast I just saw indicated that the majority of the people had already passed the finish line, over 17,000. There were only 6,000 left or whatever, and so it went off in an area where there was a smaller population. So fortunately, I mean, it could have been a lot worse. So that might be one indicator.
Also, 3 devices apparently, 2 at the actual race and 1 at the presidential library. That would indicate, I would think, more than one person working this.
Yeah, I mean, I think in total there were 4 different, locations where bombs were found. In 2, I think they were able to disarm. It doesn't sound like a real sophisticated group, but again, I mean, it's speculation, and unfortunately, the injuries were minor, other than the critical people in the hospital.
When the police look at the debris that's left behind at the scene, what will they be looking for? And I imagine they'll be examining the types of injuries that the people sustained as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, they'll probably bring in the forensics experts or whatever, and they already found some pellets, like from shotgun pellets or whatever, which, when the bomb goes off, it scatters, and then it creates, more havoc. So they'll be looking for everything from fingerprints, and again, the forensics people, our forensics are very good now. So, I mean, I'm pretty confident that within a short period of time, between the FBI and all our investigative services, they will come up with some suspects.
All right, John Paitakes from Seton Hall University, thank you so much for joining us.